Top of the day to you, Lisa, Jacob. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not have my glasses. It's a long story. So if I don't see every little comment, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry about it. I am sorry. I'm just barely getting in here this morning. I didn't sleep well last night. And finally, when I did doze off, G woke me up at 7:15. Said, "You gonna do a live this morning?" I said, "Well, yeah, I planned on it." She said, "Well, you better get up." So I'm stumbling around this morning trying to get myself woke up and got my stuff together. And yeah, thank you, PawPaw's people. I see some of these things. Uh, but I come out here, I didn't have my glasses, and it's too late to go back. So here you got PawPaw who don't see well without glasses. Well, I see good except reading stuff. So just good morning, folks. I hope all you guys had a good weekend. I know some of you guys up in that cold weather. We went over to Dan's last night for supper, cooking with Dan and Lou. Had a great time. Fun games. Good supper. But went over, I wore my jacket because I'm trying to not getting sicker. And G just went in a little shirt, and it was nice. But we come out, that wind was out of the north, it was blowing, and it was cold. And yeah, so this morning, I said, "Is it cold outside, baby?" When I got up, she says, "It's crisp." What? What does that mean? She said, "Well, it's not real cold, but it's damp, kind of a damp cold." I said, "Oh, Lord, I hate those. I hate the damp cold. It just kind of goes through you." But I'm here, but without my glasses. So if I don't see you, what you're saying, or if I don't see your name, Amy, if I don't see your name, good morning anyway, okay? And good morning for all you guys. News from here. My sister is not out of the woods by a long shot. May not, doctors not giving a lot of, because her liver has all these other issues. She's diabetic and she smokes. She's got a heart valve problem. Her kidneys have shut down to the point they have to do a dialysis with her in the hospital bed. And her liver is not functioning like it should. And so they're really worried about that. But I was able to talk to her. My nephew went to her room and she was coherent. And she couldn't hardly talk, said he got tubes. Lord, all kinds of tubes in her. And so he says, he called me and said, "You want to try to talk to her?" And I said, "Yeah. I can't go around her like that." So I said, "Sis, I love you." And she said, and she kind of mumbled it back. You couldn't understand a lot, but she said, "I love you too." And he said she kind of just perked up and made me feel real good. But that's about all I could say to her or her say anything. I sure wasn't going to say how you feel, because I could tell probably she didn't feel good at all. But then, on another note, Jill's mom passed away last night, in the night sometime. They called G. They called G last night, and so she told Jill was with her mom, I think, at the time, or going to her mom. I don't know, but she said her mom passed away, and so Dust took off today, and I'm sure Jill's with the sisters and wherever they're meeting up or whatever. So G called Dust, said, "Just bring all the girls over here. Don't try to worry about getting them all dressed for school and stuff, and you trying to help Jill be with her. Just bring them all over here, we'll take care of them." So he may bring them all over here a little bit, I don't know. So you know, it was sad. They saw it coming, but you never really prepare for stuff like that. You can see it coming, you know, but you don't prepare for that. And I know I went through the same with my parents and my brother, yeah, but you don't prepare. Uh, but anyway, so keep all those folks in your prayers. Uh, got a few people taken off the prayer list. They sent me messages. You can take me off. You can take me off. I'm doing better. Uh, I think Marcia said you can take me off. I'm doing a whole lot better. I think Sandy's up out of the bed and using her walker. You know, she'd been bedridden for a while, a good while. And so I believe in the prayers. You know, I know sometimes God has another plan, but I do believe in them. So anyway, uh, I really can't see a whole lot about what's folks need in prayer this morning. Joanne, I see your name. You're on that list. Okay, Joanne. I think we have you, Joey. If we don't, I've tried to rewrite my list a little bit because uh, if we say your name twice, Joanne, then it's your fault. Not mine. You know, kids say, not mine. And I tell Dakota Barry, she said, you look like Buster. She says, no, it's not. No, it's not. Uh, anyway, Barry, you doing good, baby? Barry's out of the hospital. Awesome. Uh, I feel okay, guys. It's all right here. And now this is funny or silly, but Lou's in the same stuff right now. And I was talking last night. I said, you know, the worst thing about it is when I'm trying to sleep, and when you're breathing, you hear these. And everybody laughing. Lou says, I know exactly what you're saying. She said it's something in here when you're exhaling, makes some little noises. And I can't go to sleep with all that going on. I can sit up and it stops. I turned side to side last night trying to stop them sounds. I told G, I said, night, if I'm still like at night, I'm gonna sleep in my chair. I can sleep in my chair pretty good, me and Buster and Woody. And yeah, but I feel okay. I feel it's just all like right up in through here. You're welcome, Bear. I'm trying to read the best I can, guys, without glasses. If you wear glasses, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to get pneumonia, guys. I had my pneumonia shot, too. In fact, I thought maybe this is some kind of reaction to that flu shot stuff I got, but Lou didn't have one, so it wasn't that, just something going around, I guess. I took my flu shot about 2 weeks ago, and that RSV, which I don't even know what that is. But I took them, and I asked her about my pneumonia shot because I had pneumonia years ago, and she said, you're not eligible or whatever for it yet. Or I don't think you give them every 5 years, every 10 years, or I don't know. They have my shot records there at Walgreens where we get our shots. So she pulled my record up and said, no, you can't get it yet. So anyway. And but you know, I'll tell you something about colds, or at least for me. It'll always start right here with a little tickle. It's not something you can cough away. It's just a little tickle right in here. And then it'll go. And within a day or so, it's in my head and on my nose. Like the other day, my nose would be running like crazy. Then it just settles, you know, down. But it'll go. I'll get rid of it. Also, I'm gonna try to read names today for birthdays. I've got 2 already on my list. And Carla got snow. Was she upset about the snow? Well, sweetie, move south. No, I tell you, Peggy, all you guys up that way got snow. Well, all you guys, I think, probably north of us got snow. I think Steve them's already got snow over in Tennessee and stuff. Uh, I know Dorothy's got piles of snow. She's having to shovel snow every day coming home from work. Shovel snow to get her out to feed her babies, and busting ice to get them water. Snow in West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, right now. I love snow. We don't get it very often. I think, if we had it every day, I'd get tired of it pretty quick. I think, when I worked in California, sheriff's office out there, was right there at the Butte County, right there at the foot of the Sierra Nevadas. We're in the foothills, and 30-minute drive, part of our patrol area, you could be in snow. I'm talking about deep. We're talking about deep snow. Sides of roads, it'd be waist deep, neck deep, alongside the road with them snow plows kept it plowed out. But out in place, you can see a lot deeper than that, and drifts and stuff up beside houses. They almost have to dig our way out. But it's fun. It's a different kind of snow than what we get. You can play in it and not get wet. The snow here we get, you'll get wet. Then you're going to get cold. But the thing about snow, we don't get it very often. The first thing I like to do is go to the woods. It's beautiful back there in the woods. And quiet, you can hear a pin drop. I'm just quiet. And for any animals at all stirring, you can see the little tracks everywhere, But it's just, I love it. I have a picture, a couple pictures of Camp Hattie with snow on the ground. It's beautiful, beautiful. Snow is more fun, yes, it is, Elisa, when you're, or Allison, when you're a kid. Yeah, it is. You snowballs, and you don't feel the cold. You don't get cold. You just get out there and play in that snow, those snowballs, and build snowmen and stuff, Yeah, I know. You get older, that cold kind of cuts you. I saw a snow tornado. I have never seen nothing like that. I think it's Pamela. I've never seen nothing like that. A snow tornado. My Lord. I've seen these, what they call them, dust devils, what they call them, out in these pastures, which they get pretty good size. Not enough to pick you up out of them, I guess, nothing like that, but they tear up some dirt. Vera, you and Carla going to build what? Oh, a snowman. Okay. You two get together. Don't tell what y'all going to build. Yes, don't tell it. It's a funnel in a cloud. Okay. All right. Thank you. I didn't know what it was. It's a funnel up the cloud. Heidi got 18 inches. Well, me and my cane would have a problem in 18 inches of snow. We'd have a problem. I haven't talked to Ronnie this morning. And I say I'm running late. He called me yesterday evening at some point. I didn't have my phone with me, and I called him back last night. He didn't answer. So I'm not for sure. I do know they had a deal at their church yesterday. Ronnie's church has lots of dinners. We used to call them dinner on the ground, Call them dinner on the ground, although it wasn't on the ground, but they have these dinners all the time. And now that is one Sunday for sure Ronnie shows up. In fact, the preacher told him once he didn't recognize Ronnie except for the back of his head, the chow line. But had to get on to him for taking cuts in the chow line ahead of the elderly and the handicapped and such. Like me, if I was on the chow line there with my cane, yeah, he'd probably take a cut, kick my cane out from under me or something. It's the kind of person he is. Yeah. But good morning, Deborah Barnes, Terry and Vera and Ronnie. I think Ronnie's here. I think she said he's here. Hatbox Girl. Yeah, now and then he eats something besides Cheetos. Yeah, he does. Now and then. Uh, Jennifer, Terry Bodine, Roberta. Okay, thank you, Vera. I see you. I see you, man. He's here. He's just being kind of quiet this morning. He hadn't got fired up. Uh, Now, if there's any more going on the list of our prayer list, you have to be telling me at times because I may not see it and may have to repeat it several times. Okay, same way with birthdays. I have two uh, coming on here. Uh, I don't know. You know, Bud come down, drilled our holes for our sink, and he put a temporary fix because we couldn't find the plumbing parts. And Kim and I went to the store and bought all the parts for the plumbing to come all the way down through the house and out. You know, it's hooked up underneath the sink and comes down. And Bud temporarily put a little fix to it. We couldn't find the stuff, but he did the hole in the sink. Uh, uh, I don't know if Kim will show up today, and I can help her put that thing together underneath there somehow. At least get it on out good in a permanent way. All the connections are there for it, just getting it hooked together and running to it. And I don't think Ben's coming today. I think he's got something else going. He's going to work. He think he'll be back on Tuesday, maybe. He's going to work with Lester, he said, one day this week. So, all those kittens. Oh, my Lord, them little cats. I wear shorts a lot. If you're going over shorts, they'll just eat your legs up. Up your leg. Yesterday I wore long pants, so it wasn't as bad. But they're all up on you. You can't sit down without them climbing up on you and getting all up here and around you. They love you, little cats. And Buster has to go in and clean their little faces for them, and then their little faces are all just kind of wet. Say, Buster, let me love them first. Well, Papa, they got food on there, and they do. They get food all over their whiskers. They get it on their eyebrows, down there. And one of them's got still dried food on his ears. I've been trying to get it off without hurting him, brushed it and stuff. I get it'll eventually all get off. But yeah, they're awesome little kitties. Good morning from England there. Hi there, Allison. It's getting warm in here, boys. It's getting warm in here. Don't take long to warm this little camper up, guys. Let me turn it down. There. Turn it down a minute. G asked me this morning, she said, it's going to be warm enough. I said, yeah, don't take long. That little heater warm that place up. And good morning, Robin. Thank you. Is it Liberty? I can't. I don't know. You know, when I pick up my phone, I should pick up my glasses. I should know they got to go together. How am I going to see who's calling? How am I going to see what they're showing me? Yeah, got to have them glasses. Buster is bona fide. Yes, he is. Yeah, cat scratch fever. I remember one time, I didn't have fever, but I had this lump under my arm. In fact, they removed it. But first time I went to the doctor, he said, you got cats? And I said, well, yeah. He said, well, he's looking all over. And I said, you see if you got any scratch marks. Sometimes that'll cause those lymph nodes to swell or whatever. I said, no, I ain't got no scratch marks. They don't scratch. It turned out it had a lymph node. It hardened or whatever you call it. And but it never really would go away. So they finally did surgery and took it out and checked it, make sure there wasn't nothing going on. And but yeah, I've heard about cat scratch fever. I sure have. Yeah, calcified. Why do y'all know all these names, all these terms? Yeah. Buddy has a new kitty. Yeah, I told him last night. Steph is almost teary-eyed telling a story. She says their little cat they had to have put to sleep, and it broke their heart. They had a cat forever. And she says almost had no more got home when it's raining, and they hear this little meow, meow, going on, and they looking around, and over in the weeds between her and Logan's doors where we let it grow up, kind of a hedgerow. There's a little black, I think she said a tomcat, sitting there all wet, shriveling, shiveling, you know what I mean, shaking. Yeah, get that word out. And they lured him out, got him and took him in and cleaned him up, dried him all off and everything. And she said he just do his little hands, he's just purred, really sweet little cat. So then they had this little process of naming him. I think she said, I was trying to think of a proper name, and I guess he's kind of dirty when they got him, so Connor said, let's just name him Dirt. No, we're not going to name our kitty Dirt. And then, well, we got him out of the bushes, let's name him Bush. And Steph said, I don't know about Bush, somebody will say something about that. So Caden said, well, George Bush. Yeah, okay, we call him George. So yeah, they named him George, but said he's part of their family now. So I told her, I said, I think God sometimes sees a pain and he'll send something to take its place, or not take its place, but to help, and I really believe, I truly believe that. I believe that when Heidi passed, I leaned on Woody. And I think Heidi says, PawPaw Woody ain't working out too good. He sleeps too much. He wants to mark everything. He's not paying attention. So I'm going to send you another one. And so here comes Buster, the teacup. And I remind you every time she gets mad about Buster doing something, I said, listen, Buster, you're teacup. You come home with this little teacup dog in your arms with all these papers from a vet's office saying it was a teacup and how much he weighed and all this stuff. They've been faked or they were used for another dog and they passed it off with Buster. But it was the best ripoff we ever got. Best ripoff we ever got. So immediately, I think Heidi spoke to him. And he is so much like her. And a lot of people laugh about, but I believe that. He's so much like her. And he's not going to take her place, but he's just almost like her. He's got to learn he's not as big as she is. And he can't do the stuff she did, like bow up at pit bulls and stuff. Got to learn that, Buster. Now listen, if anybody new on here this morning, we always get a new one or two, that come on, so we want to welcome you, okay? Don't you know you're welcome to come on here and hang out with us. And it's Hatari. Is that Hatari said that? It's snowing again? Well, I think Hatari sent me some pictures of her pigs with heat lights. And we used to do that. We raised pigs years ago. And during the wintertime, we'd have heat lights on them, especially if they had babies. But I don't know where I was going. Who knows where I was at. But anyway, yeah. Snowing again, Hatar. Get used to it. Get used to it. If Kim don't come today, I was thinking of the new people. Yeah, tell us who you are. Let us know you're new. And I'm going to tell you, and I've got proof right here on all these folks here. So many of these guys have hooked up with each other. When I turn this off for the day and get on about my business, they're still chatting, emails, text messages and stuff, phone calls, because they've made friends with people. And if you like to meet up with some of these folks, just let them know who you are and just read some of the comments. You'll see somebody you'd like to hook up with. Some have been with me from day one, like Molly. And I welcomed Molly one day. She said, I've been with you since day one. Okay, Molly. Don't get upset. Vera's been here forever. And Vera is what do you call it, voice of reason or something, because she straightens me out if I get a little a little bit off, or tries to. Uh, yeah, Vera don't mind chewing you out. You get chewed out real quick with Vera. uh, all right, yeah, that's more than day one, yeah. And I can't remember all the names, you know. I see names and I relate with them. And some like Ronnie, I can't get that name out of my mind. But uh, yeah, and I talked to a sweet lady yesterday, and I enjoy a phone call now and then when I have the time to sit and really just sit and visit for a minute. But uh, and I would love to talk to everybody, just at some point, maybe we can. Look here. All right. Deborah Barnes been with us since day one. Yes, you have. Deborah gets to send me a question every day. A question. It'll be a little message, then she'll say, question of the day. Okay, Deborah, here we go. And yeah. Thank you there, Vera. Prayer for everyone. Amen to that. Let's run over our sick list, okay? Like I say, we got some. Marcia was taken off, but she said, take me off. David is doing a lot better. I got a message yesterday that David is improving a lot. So there's a lot of folks on it, okay? Pray for Billy today, okay? Billy, talk about Billy for a second. Yeah, I pick at him because he's state trooper, retired state trooper over in Georgia. And I told Dan's got to go to Georgia here next week one day on a flyover for some kind of, they got a job starting up or something. I said, oh, Lord, son, watch out for Billy Schumann. You're kidding to me, he'll be after you. But no, he retired state trooper. He's a good man. He sent me a deal where he's heads up a deal, a charitable deal for children and stuff. Christmas season, gifts and stuff. I'm guessing, and I thought that's very honorable of a person to do stuff like that. To put others first there. And evidently he's got all set up. Maybe he's done it for years. I don't know, but I think that's awesome. All right. Okay, here we go. We go to our sick list, okay? Yeah, sick list. We got Charles, Dorothy, Roddy, and keep Vera in our prayers. And I'm trying to read it from here because I can see it better over there than over here close. Carol and Derek and Ray, keep Ray in our prayers. He lost Reba. And that's going to be it'd be like me losing G. I wouldn't know what bills I got, who I owe, who I don't. They'd be cutting my lights off, my phone off, internet, everything. Who'd I pay? Who'd I pay? Cynthia, Susan, Tammy, and Karen, Jackie, Christine, Debbie, and Alexis, Janet, Michelle had to look at that. Christine had to look. Alexis and Janet, Michelle, Tanya, Doris, Cherry. Okay, thank you about Reba's funerals today. We'll keep Ray in our prayers for that because it's going to be a tough day for him. Every day's going to be tough. She's such a sweet lady. Megan, Jerry, and Gabe, Molly, Becky, Jennifer, and Ben. And like I said, Dave is improving. Still got him with Amy and Wendy and Bill, Connie, Jason, Dave and Cookie, Jacob and Joy, Brenda and Ben, another Ben. Maybe I wrote the same Ben twice. Laurie and Connie, Frank and my sister. Her name's Margaret. Pursworld, I'm sorry. Virginia, Shirley, and Sheila, Cheryl, Perry, and Joey. I did pretty good. And David. Okay, pray for our brother David. Okay. Now, if we don't name one, and like Vera does, pray for everybody that's sick, you know, it's on our channel or wherever. God hears those prayers, you know, and he knows who we're talking about, even if I mispronounce somebody. And I've been known to do that. I've been known not to pronounce a word right. I missed that day at school in pronunciations. I missed it. What I was doing, probably swimming at the swimming hole. I think it was in the spring. Any of you guys ever have a swimming hole? We swim we swim anywhere it had water. But a little, now I'm talking about 5, 6 years old, 4 or 5 years old, whatever. Our road ditch from my mom's house. Rainy weather, you know, in summertime, my cousin would come up and spend the summer. We'd go out there and get that water. Snakes and everything else in there. Right? Who knows what all was in that road ditch? Broken bottles, who knows? Our old mailman, Mr. Young. The old roads of dirt, here he'd come, driving along, you know, putting out the mail. He'd get out of the car and he'd get out of the water, boy, I'll tear your butts up. He'd be pulling his belt off. We headed out of there. And he'd blow his horn, Mom, and he says, "These boys out in this mud hole." And she knew him. And in fact, he had been her mail carrier when she was a girl growing up over at Splendora. And she says, "Thank you, Mr. Young, I'll take care of him." He'd have that belt down. "I'll tear your butts up, boys." Probably would have if he'd have caught us. You're back in. If you got in trouble at the neighbor's house, they spanked you, but nobody thought nothing about it. Seemed like almost all neighbors, at least you called them uncle and aunt, you know. Or some of y'all say auntie, whatever. I'd never heard that word as in the Marines, and some of them guys talking about their aunties. I said, "What? My auntie? What's your auntie? What is that?" Yeah. But yeah, you go somewhere and you messed up, you get a spanking right there. You get a spanking right there. I tear their butt up. Cousin Mom loved to spank with a little switch, a little keen switch. And that little thing to wrap around your legs. We always wore shorts. Now, she wasn't going to hit you hard. She'd hit you hard enough to leave a little mark on you. Hard enough to make you know you was doing wrong. But that's the way it was back in those days. But we swam wherever. And then as we got older, I know I learned how to swim in the old pond down there next to the cemetery. Actually, it's over to Sanctuary now. It's been enlarged, made bigger. You know, Lester moved in there, made it bigger, had it all dug out. But my oldest brother lives in Washington. Was out there at the pond, and I'm 6, 7 years old. I don't know. All I ever done is play the water. And I don't know what we're doing out there. Anyway, he just picks me up and tosses me out in the middle of that pond. Better swim. Well, I learned how to dog paddle. Dog paddling, I think I probably dog paddled for a year or so before I learned how to really swim. But it got me to this bank, got me to the bank. But then I'm sure if I'd went under, he'd have come got me. But and then we swim in the river. We had a swimming hole back behind our house, and we swim back here even after I got married. G and all of us take kids, and kids from all around the neighborhood would come. Had a big rope swing. Yeah, it's a good place to play and swim, and kept it cleaned out real good. But as a teenager, we swam most of the place called the Buffalo Hole. Now, there wasn't no buffalo there, but it was called the Buffalo Hole. I don't know where it got that name, but everybody knew it as the Buffalo Hole. And people come from Cleveland to Splendora and Plum Road. Everybody show up at the Buffalo Hole. And boys and girls go parking down there, and shame. I can't believe they'd do that. But they go parking down there at night, but kids will show up down there and swim. They come from everywhere, all ages. Had one girl drown down there though. There was a tree, and she climbed up this tree and dive off this tree limbs up there. Anyway, she slipped and fell. There was a tree, a log below that tree, and hit it, and it killed her. And whether it be drowned or whatever, anyway, she went in the water and she passed away. That's sad. young girl too, like 16, 17 years old. Uh, but as far as going to a pool, like in a city pool, that very seldom ever happened to us. We go to the river. But nowadays, I'm kind of scared of more rivers because so much stuff gets dumped in there. Dan had a problem growing up. He's getting these ear infections all the time. I don't know how many times you had to take him to the doctor with an ear infection. Finally, he said, does he swim in a river? Yes. Oh, yeah, we all swim in a river. Well, keep him out of that river. And I think it really well cleared him up. A lot of Ohio people on here. There really is a lot of Ohio people on here. I'm reading all the time about the Ohio Valley. I guess it's big. I'm guessing it's big. Covers maybe several states, whatever. I don't know. The Ohio River Valley. And my old ancestors kind of come through that, before they got down to here. And lots of stories from that part of the family up there, and a lot of it's in print. And one got captured by the Shawnee and had to go. And I told the story before. He went through that. What do they call that line? They line you up. The all get on each side. The gauntlet. They made him run the gauntlet. Yeah, he survived it. A lot of folks don't, but he did. He survived that. But eventually, he was sold to the British in Detroit. Now listen, he was captured in Kentucky, and they walked them, the prisoners that they had, a bunch of them women. And you better not slow down. They done you in, all the way to Detroit and sold them to the British. That's a long walk. I don't care who you are. That's a long walk. Me with my cane, that'd have done me in. I wouldn't have made it. Yeah, it was. And there, you talk about the Trail of Tears. That was a whole different story. And that's horrible too. Where I think it was Andrew Jackson. Them passed a law to bring all the tribes out of certain areas, North Carolina and all up in that way, and 4 or 5 different tribes, and marched them all the way to Oklahoma, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and lots of them died on the way. And Jen and Kim went to their last trip. When they went over, I can't remember where they went now. They went down to a place that was part of that Trail of Tears, and where they camped. There's a known camp area when they bring them through there, and beautiful place, but lots of plaques telling about the different ones. How many died and all that stuff. Is horrible. Yeah, uprooted them from their land and moved them. Prayers do work. Ask Ivan. Yeah, they do. They sure do. I told that story the other night. We was all sitting around talking about Ivan. Somebody called him an ass. I can't believe he did that. Can't believe it. And I said, well, Ivan's been blessed. He's still here with us. Then I told him the story about Ivan. Get the tetanus and best, make it. He'll make it. And I came to you folks, and y'all started praying. And when they saw he was going to make it, they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. Well, all my people praying for him. They prayed him out of it. Yeah, and he's been kind of spoiled ever since. All right, let's talk about our animals that have been sick. Okay, we got a bunch of them. We don't want to forget them. We're talking about Ivan. You got Ellie and Max, and Cooper and Bubba, Buster, Lacey, Brownie, Daisy, Rosie, Haley, Opie, and Susie. Keep them in your prayers. They God loves animals too, or they wouldn't be here, right? They wouldn't be here. All right, let's get on down to our birthdays. How y'all just do that? I have Judy Ferriotti. Her birthday's on the 3rd, and I didn't get to it. And she said, "Do you ever sing to Judy?" No, I didn't, baby. I didn't have her name on my list. If I didn't have my list, I don't remember it. So it's on here now. So I'm going to sing to Judy and Kim. My daughter Kim has a birthday tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that's the girl they said's mine. That's who they give me at the hospital. And I'm thankful they did. So Kim has a birthday tomorrow, and Judy has a birthday on the 3rd. We're going to go ahead and we're kind of late for her. Anna Maria. Okay, Anna Maria. Hang on. Don't say another one until I get this wrote down. Anna Maria. I'll just say Anna, okay? Anna. It's a pretty name, though, Anna Maria. Oh, not you. Not you. Care. I don't believe it. Yeah, Kim has a birthday tomorrow, and Judy had one on the 3rd, and Anna's got a birthday. Joanne is your Aunt Joanne. We're going to Joanne and Nanny. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, morning, Sharon Sight. Karen Murphy needs prayers, guys. Karen on our list up here, okay? Yeah, hi, Suze Chapman. I'm guessing Steve's awake by now. Peggy, good morning. Who's the target, Miss Bear? Okay, who's the target? It's probably me. Probably me, Steve. I'm gonna be in her sights. Yeah, I don't want to fire her up. Oh, Carla. It's Carla. Okay. Yeah. Carla's in trouble. Y'all two just alike anyway. Good morning, Ontario. Good morning there. I bet it's cold up there. Yeah. Carla getting some snow? Yeah, she probably needs snow. Kind of cool her down. Cool her down a little bit. All right. Well, I know she is. I know she is. Best friends. You have to be careful, though, Vera, you and Carla both. Because when you start calling somebody your best friend, like I did, I was weak. And I said, Ronnie's my best friend. I've been abused ever since. I've been abused by him ever since. So you have to be careful. But I don't think y'all abuse each other like Ronnie's abused me. Uh, uh, all right. We're going to get on here. Rebecca Reed, good morning. Your client Kay fell and hurt her back. Wow. Okay. Kay, pray for her. She done fell and got hurt. It's one of my biggest fears. I have fell a few times. I've tripped and fell on stuff. In fact, I fell the other day backwards out there on a rock because some little person left a bike. And my fault. Well, actually, I did it. I propped the bike up there and it backed up over it, walking backwards. It hurt. Buster run up and licked me on the face, make sure I'm okay. I'm good, Buster. Let me get up. All right, let's do the birthday, okay? Get these out of the way. Good morning, Sky. Good morning. And all you folks around the world, good morning to y'all. Yeah, there's some on here from Canada, and some from over the ocean, over in England and Australia and places, New Zealand and places. I'll be getting folks from everywhere, guys, and I appreciate that so much. Uh, uh, all right, Cynthia's mom has to have surgery on her knees, third time. Is that what you're saying? The third surgery? Uh, yeah, Dan tried to get me. He sure did, Atari. Yeah, y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. It's all true. You saw it in action. Dan said, "Oh, boy, I didn't know. Dan, I saw that cane go flying out to one side." Well, yeah, I was flying through the air, Dan. You and that big tractor coming at me. So I'll have to get Bree. Next time I need that tractor work, I'll call Bree. Bree's in the process of moving. Yeah, I was just moving over to Jake's house. They have went over and cleaned Jake's house up real good, and then they moved all her stuff over there because I think today they're supposed to start tearing her floor out today. And I know her and Laramie worked all weekend, and Dan too with tractor, moving stuff, all the furniture. All the furniture had to come out. And they're going to take the floor completely out and replace the floor and then put the, whatever, not linoleum, I guess it's that, whatever kind of floor they're putting back down. They'll put it all back down and then she can move all her stuff back in. But it's taken a while to get them to do it. It's been a long time in the process of getting them people to come out and fix it. That's insurance. It's insurance, guys. The house got water up under it, soaked up into that floor during that flood back, May a year ago. And she'd been at them ever since. Good morning, Yukon Tommy. I guess you're awake. I bet it's cold up there in that igloo. It's funny, though, how, we're going to sing here just a minute. It's funny how that weather's different. Sometimes it'll be warmer up that way and colder down this way. And it just, I guess because the fronts move through and leave a little space behind it or whatever, Okay, let's get on with our song here now. Listen, I don't worry about my daughter Kim biting herself with her dad singing. I don't worry about that. Judy May, Anna May, and Joanne May. So if you got someone to hold your hands while I'm singing, keep your, trying to get them, you'll be better off, or at least have some bandages ready. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kim and Judy. Happy birthday to you. Cha, cha, cha. Now we're going to do Anna and Joanne. Okay? All right. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anna and Joanne. Joanne, happy birthday to you. Cha, cha, cha. All right. Got that done. Covered her mouth in duct tape, yeah. It's something every man should have in his toolbox. Is duct tape, baling wire, hay strings. You can fix so much. You can fix it. And probably fix it for a long time, And almost bit herself. But it lingers, so just don't relax too much. It could come back all of a sudden. You start thinking about the song, and you may start biting again. Yeah, I wish you guys a happy birthday, okay? Yeah, Terry, you're right. Duct tape fixes it all. It'll fix it. Good duct tape. Some old duct tape, it'll peel right off. Good duct tape will stick no matter what the weather. Oh, WD-40, yeah, that's a good thing to have in your toolbox. It really is. It really is. Barry, you want me to say the Sweet Jimmy again? Now, listen, I'm going to do it, but I want y'all to understand something. Jimmy's a guy, and I'm a guy, and we're not in love. I do like him. I do like him. But I am going to sing to him again because Vera asked for it. And that's going to make Ronnie mad. Ronnie said, I'm tired of you singing to Sweet Jimmy. All right, Jimmy, you hang on, buddy. Here it comes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Ronnie probably biting his pillow right now. He's probably tearing his pillow apart. He's mad. I didn't know one day I'd sing. I already sang to Jimmy for his birthday, and so I did it again. And Ronnie calls and said, why are you singing to him over and over? I don't know. He's a good man, Ronnie. He's a good man. He is a good guy. You know, he painted that picture that we used up there, that made my poster from, that Rebecca made the poster from just watching videos. And he's an artist. And anyway, he painted it. He got tons of pictures, paintings up there in his place where he works, his store. And I didn't know, I have no idea he had, y'all seen it. Me and hanging with PawPaw Road across the top, Ivan and Miracle, and I don't know, and Goats, Baby, I think, and Buster and Woody, and just about, a coffee cup, Bigfoot in the background, a coffee cup or whatever, and donuts and stuff with a big bite out of them. He did all that. So when Rebecca and I was talking, that's a picture I sent off to Amazon to get my poster, and they messed it up. Well, Amazon actually just didn't, the company that did it messed it up. But anyway, so Rebecca I mentioned that, and she said, send me the picture, I'll take care of it. So I did, and she fixed it up real nice. Anyway, that was the picture, the poster we had. He painted. I'll tell you a quick story about old Dan. I ain't gonna say I'll tell you all of it because he's got a video coming out. He said, "Don't tell everybody that. I'm gonna let them know what happened." He had ordered a stove, and all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna even say where it come from because y'all know the issues we have down here. And the truck come. With the paperwork, no stove in it. Yeah, he's had some issues getting that stove. Anyway, being his video, he'll tell you all about it. I don't like to tell somebody else's story, but I thought we've been through that. We went through it with our countertops. They said they were coming. They were coming in 2 hours. They were 2 stops away, and this went on for a week. Finally, they said it was delivered and it wasn't here. They may have been delivered somewhere. But they had a little warp in them, and I'm thinking they probably set them out some house, wrong address somewhere. And Kim got the warp out. She got it out. So we put it on the countertop and put weights, heavy weights, concrete blocks on both ends, and it leveled back out. But it's tough. Dan planted ryegrass, and I think he fertilized it now, and he got these little bit of rains. It's going to look good. It's going to really be good. I didn't plant none this year. We've had so much going on here. I just had the time. So I'll just feed my animals extra. I planted last year, and it did good. Only for the goats, the goats and Ivan and them, but I didn't have the time this year to do it. And I'm looking over at the big house right now, and I see a lowboy trailer over there loaded down with old carpet. Dustin pulled all that carpet out of the upstairs. I think there's like 3 layers. The first layer was put down in 1990 when we built the house. And at some point later on, instead of taking that up, we put down some new on it and used that as for padding. And somewhere evidently after that, we put down another layer. But anyway, he got it all out. They're gonna they're gonna paint that room up there, that whole room, and do some remodeling up there, or whatever. And they're gonna paint it and all that kind of stuff. But all that had to come out, and so he's working over there. He worked over all day Saturday, and then yesterday, here he is. He got the baby. He's here with the baby. I guess he took the bigger girls to school. Y'all's gonna be barking at dust. You got a lot on their mind this morning. Anyway, he's in there working. They've taken almost everything off the walls. I told him, I may have mentioned, I got a cow head still on the wall. I want myself, when it brought down, a friend to give it to me. He passed away. I want to keep that cow head. Anyway, where will I put it? I don't know. We're wall-to-wall stuff now. It'll go somewhere, maybe my man cave. I still got my man cave over there. I need to get over there and reorganize it, because during all this moving around stuff, this little shed here has caught a lot of stuff, but it ain't been able to catch it all. Some of it just went to the man cave. So eventually, up in the winter, maybe we'll get some time to get out there sorting stuff out, and I got to go into my old barn over there. We hadn't worked in it since we moved all that stuff over there and go through that stuff. I got some chicks over there. I got to move out of that cage and move out to the hen house. We're behind. We're way behind. You think me stuck in that chair was a good video? Well, that chair tried to eat me. It did. And G was no help. That would show you. She's no help to me. She's want to stand there and laugh, and she'll start talking about, I gotta go pee, and I'm stuck in the doggone chair. What if I had to pee? Just go ahead. The chair was funny, but it wasn't staged, I'll say that. We got rid of them chairs. We got rid of them. I said, I can't deal with that, I thought the only thing I had left to do is try to flip it over on its side and crawl out, if I could. I couldn't. I don't know if I could get out. That would have been horrible out there laying on the side, stuck in a chair. Snow coming. Oh, yeah. But this side here, somebody said it's funny too, but it wasn't funny as it happened. But being, I wasn't hurt. It was fine. I kind of laughed about it since. I told Dan, I said, Dan, I thank you, but I appreciate it, but don't come back. Get out of here. Take that tractor, get out of here. Yeah, that's what you women do to us guys. We get in a bind, and y'all laugh at us. Think it's funny. I don't know who you asking about snow. We probably don't get no snow here. We very seldom get snow down this way. Yeah, I'll be recording stuff as they work over there. I may go over even today, seriously, and record. I've thought about that. I don't want to interfere with them, but I will walk you through it. To me, it's kind of a sad walk, but I go over there every day, mess around. Run water, the hot and the cold, and run all the lights for a little while, the air conditioners and stuff like that. Just kind of keep everything working order. Don't want to shut everything down. And but I can video some stuff that they're going through and doing, and as their progress of rebuilding. I know they want to add a master bathroom, and that's going to be, they'll hire that done. I don't think Dust wants to tackle that, They'll have to pour concrete and all that stuff. And they're going to do it out the back of the bedroom. They're going to take that back window out and make a doorway going into like a master bathroom for them. And I'm guessing they're going to try to put some type of little bathroom or a half bath or something. Well, it'd be more than a half bath. They got to have a shower and stuff for those girls upstairs at some point. Either on that balcony or somewhere up in the part of the house. I'm not sure. They want to turn the old bathroom into like a Well, I guess they're going to leave it like a bathroom in a sense, but where the shower is, they want to build cabinets. So nobody be taking showers in there. That probably won't get done first. They'll probably keep that for the girls and stuff for a while. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? We got to get out of here. 60 minutes already. Can you imagine? 4 daughters and a wife. A man living with 4 daughters and a wife. And with one bathroom? That ain't going to work. You know, them little girls, well, wives too. They get in front of that mirror and they prepping and they doing all that kind of stuff, and you have 4 more lined up. The old boy has to run behind a tree. It's the only place to go, off the porch. I love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here and go talk to us for a little bit. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Yeah, they need more bathrooms than that. If you're new, you're welcome to come back and hang out with us and have your coffee with us. You know, we enjoy having you. Just join right in. Let us know who you are, you know, where you live, whatever, you know. Yeah, Dustin, run to the camper. Yeah. I love you guys. Appreciate y'all being here with me. Keep these folks in your prayers. I love you, okay? And I'll see you back on the live come Wednesday morning. But try to get a video out to you every morning, okay? Y'all take care, okay? I love y'all. And happy birthday to you birthday people.